Hello, welcome to Poppin Movie Reviews. I'm your host Harree. It's coming towards the end of the year and we have a few blockbusters to go. Today I'm talking about the Harry Potter based universe story, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. The year is 1926 and we are following Newt Scamander, the main character in this film. He's played by Redmayne and he's going all around the world collecting fantastic beasts and documenting them. So, the most obvious difference between this and the Harry Potter films, and the comparison is inevitable because it's set in the Harry Potter universe, this film is set in the Muggle world. It's also set in America, so it's not set in England, which is a massive shift from the past 7 films we've had from Harry Potter. With the Harry Potter films, especially the first one, I was under the assumption that the magic world was something completely separate, like a separate entity to the Muggle world, simply because they had to go through a portal to get there. So my assumption when I watched the first film was they go through a portal, they're in another dimension, and that's where all the magic is happening. It wasn't until the second film where they just flew to Hogwarts and I was like, maybe it is in the Muggle world, it's just a bit far out where people can't see it, or it's covered by a magic cloak or something. I don't know the rules, but this film is clearly set around Muggles. It's set in New York. While magic things are happening, Muggles are walking around. And for me, this makes the film feel a little bit less magical. I like when the magic world was a very separate thing to the Muggle world. Even if they do coexist within the same place, it's nice to have that separation where witches and wizards are doing all sorts of their potions and stuff over here, and all the Muggles are completely unaware of what's happening over here. In this film, it's all kind of gelled, and you can't help but wonder, do Muggles know that these people exist? How prominent are magic folk in the world? In this new film, they don't refer to Muggles as Muggles, they refer to them as nomads, as in no magic. I thought they were saying nomads all the way, and I didn't question it. And that's where the problem is. I didn't question what was happening in this film simply because I didn't care. I didn't care about the characters, I didn't really care about the situations, and the plot all in all seemed a bit generic for a Harry Potter story. Something I genuinely do like about the Harry Potter films is that the characters are very intertwined with each other, but they've all got their own stuff going on. There's a lot of subplots as well as the main plot of what's going on with Harry and the villain. In this film, it's pretty much about this guy chasing monsters and collecting them in his briefcase. He also seems to go into his briefcase more than a few times in this film, which started to irritate me because it locks from the outside and nowhere in this film does it explain how he gets out. How does he get out of it? I can see why they were trying to set up so many things in this film. They clearly want this to be a big franchise. It's rumoured that they want to at least stretch Fantastic Beasts out to at least 5 films. They'll probably stretch it to 7 like they did with Harry Potter. Please don't. This film was just setting up future films, which is fine, but it forgets to be a good film on its own, and that's the problem. Harry Potter 1 didn't set up Harry Potter 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6 and 7. It was a good film all on its own. If we never got any other Harry Potter films after the first one, it's still a good film. It still makes sense. The magic in this film is very Harry Potter-esque. When I say that, I mean the CGI looks just like the ones from the other film, but that's about it. But the best part of this film is the dim-witted Muggle who happens to snowball into the plot from a series of mishaps and miscommunications. He is a little too Looney Tunes, but if a more light-hearted approach is what they're going for in the films, because this character would definitely feel out of place in a Harry Potter film, which are a lot more serious, they're a lot more dark. But if they are going for a lighter tone and a bit of comedy, then that's fine. I know I keep referencing this to Harry Potter, and like I said, it's inevitable. It is set in the same universe. It is technically the same story, just a different time on the timeline. Not much of Harry Potter is referenced in this film. We get Dumbledore in name, and we get Hogwarts in name. And also there's a small Easter egg to Quidditch. All in all, this is a pretty good film. If you're a huge fan of Harry Potter, you might enjoy it. I definitely think kids will enjoy it. The plot's not overly complicated. The CGI is really good. The action's pretty good. The beasts look great. Some of the sets are pretty fantastic, but it's not a very interesting film. The characters aren't very interesting. It really does feel that this film was made simply only to fill the void that Harry Potter films aren't being made no more and Harry Potter's not pottering. About no more. So I'm going to rate this. I'll give it a sweet rating because I didn't really hate it, but I didn't enjoy it. So I'm going to give it a low sweet rating. I'll give it 2 out of 5. It's a very forgettable film. It has a very forgettable plot, forgettable characters. It does have potential to be a good franchise. I don't doubt that we'll probably get better sequels, but just for this film alone, it's definitely not up to par with the Harry Potter films. It's nowhere near as good as any of them. Thank you for watching. Make sure you follow us on our socials. Let me know what you thought. Did you agree? Did you disagree? And I'll see you next time for another movie review. Peace!